Hello everyone. Wish you all a happy and prosperous New Year 2020. I hope you had an enjoyable holiday. Myself Shankar and I like to start this year with a series of vlogs that I have prepared to demonstrate a very interesting topic. But before I publish those videos, I want to give you all the basic idea behind those vlogs so that you can easily get the context of those videos. I hope you will like it. So what I have done is that I have containerized blueprism application using Docker. Blueprism is a leading RPA software and Docker is where we can create the containers. The containers are amazing technology. It comes with lots of benefits and my purpose of this demonstration is to understand how we can leverage the benefits of a container in an RPA solution. I hope most of you might be aware of VMware and Hyper-V. These are the two virtualization softwares which will help you to create virtual machine inside your laptop or workstation. Those softwares basically partition your hardware like RAM or hard drive and other resources, and you can later on use that to install your guest OS. So like Ubuntu or Windows or some other things. But each time you want to build a virtual machine, you have to have a OS installed first. Containers, on the other hand, doesn't require OS. It actually goes with the host OS. So that is the beauty of it. Obviously, you understand that if you don't have to install the OS, how much space you save. So how much work will reduce. So in container world, Docker does the same thing like VMware or Hyper-V does, but in this case, with the hardware, it also partition the OS. So it is obvious that the containers has more benefits over VM. So let's understand what are the benefits it provide. First of all, the speed. Because there is no OS to boot, obviously your application will come online in seconds. Even the system crashes, you can bring up a new session very quickly. Second thing, portability, less dependencies between process layers. So basically it will help you or it will give you the ability to move between infrastructure, which actually means that you can have a redundant setup. You can move your application from one setup to another setup very quickly. So you have two data center, one data center went down, you like to move your application to data center 2, which is much quicker. Finally, the efficiency. As there is no OS overhead, so your VM density will increase. So in same hardware, you can have more number of VMs running at any point of time. So that's a great benefit we can get out of this container technology. Container orchestration is all about managing the life cycle of containers. It is the ultimate helping hand for IT infra team who does the provisioning and the maintenance of IT backbone. They use the orchestration tool to control and automate their work like provisioning and deployment of app containers, scaling up or scaling down the containers for load balancing purpose, managing redundancy and availability of the containers, and most importantly, monitoring the health of the containers and take action like taking down a stale or unhealthy container, starting a new container to maintain the requested app container count. So basically, this is a great tool, and that is why orchestration tool like Kubernetes or Docker Swarm is so popular. Apart from these two, there are many other similar orchestration tools are available in the market, but Docker Swarm and Kubernetes are the most used one. Now let us understand how this container orchestration work. When you use a container orchestration tool like Kubernetes or Docker Swarm, you basically describe the configuration of your application in a configuration file, which is typically a YML or JSON file. And through these configuration files, you tell the orchestration tool where to gather container images, how to establish networking between the containers, how to mount storage or volumes, how many replicas you require for load balancing purpose, and where to store the logs for that container. There are many other things you can also do with these files. Also, as this is a file, you can very much apply version control to manage this deployment in a well documented manner. We now understand the benefits of orchestration and container orchestration. So what I have done is that in my demo, I have used a Docker Swarm for the orchestration purpose, and we used more than one replica to see the load balancing and other stuff. If you want to know more about this Docker Swarm or Kubernetes, I would suggest you to review the videos or the documentations available online, because most of these informations are easy available, so I'm not including in this video. Finally, the best part is that containers very well go with the VMs. So containers and VM together can provide a tremendous amount of flexibility for your business. You can optimize your resources using containers. There are situations where you cannot put an application in a container, so you can make a virtual machine and deploy the application there. And there are situations where applications are ready to go with the containers. You can use the advantages of containers. It's possible to very much mix and match these containers and VMs, and this way you can optimize your environment. In our RPA case, what I have noticed is that you can create a container for the servers, but for the clients which require interaction with the desktop application, you need to have a terminal session, which containers does not support. So basically, in our architecture, what we are going to do is we are going to use a mix mode where we will have some containers which will work at the backend, and we will have some VMs which will act as our client and which will run the automation. Okay, I hope you get the point what this container does, what are the benefits and all. And what we'll do is that in our subsequent vlogs, I will cover the benefits of containerizing RPA application, and we'll see how it behaves. So I'll start with the demo first, and then we'll see how to build those solutions. Till then, bye bye and happy learning.